Why, hello there, everybody. How are you doing today? It's me again. And again, I'm here to bring you yet another update on my situation. And, well, you already know the routine. Today, my phone has not rung. And still today, I say, with all boldness, with all confidence, that my phone has not rung yet. Because it is going to ring. Now, the easiest way to spot the fake, the fraud, the counterfeit, the control freak, the bully, the criminal, is this way. They always create a situation that causes you, the law-abiding citizen, great anxiety, great distress. It bothers you. And the reason why they do it is to cause you great anxiety, great distress, to control you, to put fear on you. And as well as another reason why they may create the situation is to, well, cover up their own criminal acts. But the easiest way to spot them is as soon as anyone who is a presumed or assumed who is, should I say, in a presumed or assumed position of authority. You know, someone who has taken an oath. As soon as that person says, there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. You're dealing with a fake and a fraud and a counterfeit, and you know it because, hello, it is their job to do something about it. You use that terminology, you use that script. And again, they create the situation simply to cause you, the law-abiding citizen, anxiety, frustration, and then they tell you that there is nothing that they can do about it when it is their job. It's in their job title. They are servants. They are public servants. It is their job to serve you, me, we, the people. But they have the audacity to sit there and tell you, well, there's nothing we can do about it. And the reason why they're telling you that is, well, because they're being honest. They're telling you, I'm not a real servant. I'm not a real authority. I am a fake. I am a fraud. I am a counterfeit. I am a criminal. Look at that. Light bulbs coming on, and that's a very good thing. Now, again, well, and you're like, okay, please don't, please don't, please don't. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. And I have to. Back to this again. Because what I just described is exactly what they did. Okay? They created a situation that I have to deal with. They did it, not me. No one forced them to write this piece of this lie, this work of fiction. No one forced any of these people, and these are all law enforcement officers. These are all supposed law enforcement officers doing this to me. No one forced Frederick Taggart to set a $25,000 bond on a crime that not only did not happen, it could not happen because there is no victim. The only one listed here is the complainant of JSO. There is no child under the age of 16, and there is no person under the age of 18, meaning that even if it is impossible to have attempted a lewd or lascivious act upon a minor, and it would have been impossible to solicit a minor, a person under the age of 18, or solicit a minor to prostitute themselves. But yet, he did it. They created a situation. They created a situation. Oh, look! Light bulb's coming on. Again, there is not a single law enforcement, a real law enforcement officer. They cannot, as soon as they look at this, a real attorney, a real judge looks at this, and as soon as they look at it, they know this is all wrong. And again, it's like, wait a minute, what year was this written in? Because again, this is 1997. I'm not worried about them duplicating this or rewriting it. Well, one, because I have it. But two, everything is done on the computer now. They do not have this form any longer. This is the smoking gun. This is the crime. There's no getting out of this, folks. Okay? But again, they did it. They created this mess themselves when it's all of their jobs to serve you, me, we, the people, not set us up. So again, we went through. I went through and I showed you how they set the bond. Well, let me just find it here real quick. It's right here. Yeah, here we go. Same thing with these two guys. This judge, nobody forced him. Upside down, Kerry. Sorry, guys. Nobody forced him to find probable cause, finding of probable cause to detain. Nobody forced him to do this. It's his job to decide whether or not there is probable cause to detain. Well, apparently the judge doesn't know the statutes because, again, there is no such thing as an attempted lewd lascivious act upon a minor. That's just like giving someone a speeding ticket for attempted speeding, because it's impossible to attempt to commit a crime that must be committed before it is a crime, and there is no child under the age of 16 there's no victim. No victim. Only a complainant, and the complainant is JSO. And the last time I checked, there are no children working at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. So it's his job to determine whether or not this is legal and lawful. Well, again, I guess the guy had a bowl of stupid. I guess he popped his stupid pills that morning. He found probable cause to detain. And then, of course, you know, I showed you this already. There it is, written big bold letters. Attempted lewd lascivious upon a minor. It doesn't exist. All they got to do, bring it out. That's why this has never been before. It's been in court one time. And they didn't do their job. And everything else was covered up. So, when again, it's been in court one time. That was on the 4th. That was on the 4th. Right here. 12/4. The bond hearing. My first appearance. I was kidnapped on the 3rd. They could have stopped it on the 4th. Actually, they could have stopped it while all these officers were reviewing this, because there's a whole bunch of officers on here that signed this. Checks and balances to make sure that what is happening does not happen, but they chose to overlook. Light bulbs coming on. So when exactly did they find out? This all happened on the 4th. Well, this is when they found out that it happened. Right here. This right here is affidavit of insolvency. This is saying that it was ordered and adjudged that I be given counsel. Ordered and adjudged that the defendant, that the Office of Public Defender for the 4th Judicial Circuit of Florida is hereby appointed to represent said defendant. Ordered and adjudged. Right there. Right there. Ordered and adjudged. December 4th. What court are we in? We are in circuit court or felony court. What is it for? 970470099-5, which just so happens to be this arrest and booking report number. 970470995. Okay? Now, so I was ordered and adjudged a public no defender. Now, this is my invocation of my constitutional rights. 497047099-5. Or for this. This is what did them in. Because number 5, and there it is, signed by me. Signed by me. Here's my little John Hancock. Sorry for how shaky looking it looks, but I was shackled when I had to sign it. Shackled because I had supposedly committed a crime upon a victim that does not exist, meaning the crime could not happen, or did not happen, and also the crime that they are charging me with, attempted lewd lascivious act upon a minor, does not exist. Meaning there is no legal lawful reason for me to be here. Meaning there is no legal lawful reason for me to be shackled, which means I've been kidnapped. So says the law. But number 5, I'm going to read it real quick for you. Number 5, and again, if you want to see all of this, it's over on the TubeU channel. On my TubeU channel, just look in the description. There'll be a link to it. This invocation of rights shall not be deemed to have been waived by me unless an attorney has been provided to me, either retained or appointed, and I execute a written waiver of these rights signed by myself and my attorney in open court. Pay close attention. Anyone violating this invocation of constitutional rights, anyone violating my constitutional rights will be subject to legal action for sanctions and or damages. In other words, you boys owe me a whole lot of money. I just read it to you. And that's why they're scared. But again, what date? December 4th. We're still in circuit court. You see the same arrest and booking report number 970470099-5. Well, they're all having a grand old time. They're patting themselves on the back, saying we did a tremendous thing. Then December 5th comes along, and they have a cow. Because December 5th is the day that they found out that there is no such thing as an attempted lewd lascivious act upon a minor, and there is no such thing as soliciting and in order to solicit a minor to prostitute themselves, you kinda need a minor. And now you are about to find out exactly why this arrest and booking report from 1997 is still hiding at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office without a final disposition. You're about to find out exactly why there is no case file listed that says attempted lewd or lascivious act and soliciting a minor to prostitute themselves. And you are about to find out exactly why my criminal history report instead says that I was arrested for lewd or lascivious, the actual thing, lewd or lascivious act of sexual battery. Again, kind of hard to attempt sexual battery. Kind of hard to commit sexual battery with no one to commit it on, isn't it? So what happens? And again, it's over on the TubeU channel, the whole story. Miss LaFonda Gibson, my public no defender, who, again, I just showed it to you. I was ordered, no, it's down there on the ground, I'm not going to pick it up. I was ordered and adjudged a public no defender. Well, in she came, and she was scared to death. Why was she scared to death? Well, because she was right out of law school, meaning the laws are fresh in her mind. And she had to go to these people, and she had to tell them, excuse me, guys, there is no such thing as an attempted lewd or lascivious act upon a minor. It can't happen. It's impossible. And in order to solicit a minor to prostitute themselves, you kind of need a minor. And there isn't a minor listed on here anywhere. And they all have a cow. Why? Well, because Taggart, this judge, has just found out that he stopped being a judge. Because he found me, he has found probable cause to detain me for a kidnapping because I haven't committed a crime. Taggart finds out that he has not set a bond. He has set a $25,003 ransom because, again, there is no such thing as an attempted lewd or lascivious on a minor. Which means this does not document me committing any crimes. It documents all of their crimes. And right there is the bond. Right there is the proof, and there is Taggart's name. Now, I want to point something else out to you real quick. All of these documents that I've showed you, this and this, they're not sitting in the felony case file that they created. No, they're sitting in the misdemeanor case file, which in itself is a crime. It's another third-degree felony. It's criminal action under color of law through simulated legal process. And right here, we'll pick up on that one tomorrow. Right here, see how it says dropped and abandoned? Dropped and abandoned. What was dropped and abandoned? Lewd, lascivious act, sexual battery. Here's what they do not want you to know. Here's what you probably don't know. The state does not choose what it drops and what it abandons. There are two reasons why this would be dropped and or abandoned. Reason number one, it didn't happen. Meaning they were lied to. And then whoever reported it, they're charged with a third-degree felony. Filing out a false arrest and booking report. You know, where's that? Yeah, here we go. Like this one. Okay? The second reason why something would be dropped and abandoned. Oh, nope, sorry, wrong. The second reason why something would be dropped and abandoned is because the victim recants their statement. Well, with meaning, that's the only two things. Meaning, the only one that can drop or abandon, the only one that can cause this to be dropped or abandoned is the supposed victim. And since they cannot produce any type of victim, so says their own document, that means, once again, and look at that, light bulbs are coming on, there is no legal, lawful reason for this to be here, which is why they dropped and abandoned it, because they were trying to get away with the crime. Again, I'm just here to tell you the truth. What you do with the truth is up to you. But what the truth does to you is 100% totally and completely up to the truth. And that is the truth. The only question that remains, my friend, is, what exactly are you going to do? Just saying.